Hello guys, we're back with The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 6. An episode before the last for this season. However, the story is not complete until we see Season 3, which is when the second game ends. You know, this is just part of the story. And I hate that they split it into two seasons. And I've heard somewhere that we have to wait now 2 years, which is crazy to me. They should have just done the whole thing. That's what I think as a player. I've played both games. The second game is my favorite game. If you're new here, if you're not new here, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're watching. This is probably gonna be my favorite episode. I just already know that it's gonna be flashbacks. I think most people already feel that it's gonna be like a flashback episode. I feel like it's already been spoiled by everybody. Flashback episode in the game, there are multiple flashbacks throughout the game, and in here they decided to put them all in one episode, and which is why I think it's gonna be my favorite, because I have daddy issues. Okay,
Daddy let you down.
my dad also passed away a few years ago, and so whenever I played the first game, my dad was still alive, and whenever I played the second game, my dad was still alive, but now he's not. So whenever there's a dad, I just get emotional. This is how it's gonna be. I'll probably cry. Honestly, why did they even put the makeup on? I don't know. But let's watch.
It'll be fine.
He's gonna beat the shit out of me.
Is this young Joel and Tommy? This is for sure Joel. Look at that shirt. Joel is the older one, right? So his dad is police officer? Of course, it's always the police officers. I love that they were getting this. This wasn't in the game at all. We didn't get any backstory for them. Miller, yeah. Jay Miller. What do you think his name is? Joel as well?
And I did Tommy. But never like that.
That's
Close.
no.
I mean, maybe I go too far. I don't know. But I'm doing a little better than my father did.
That's what they all say, right? Not that I know.
Yeah.
I love that. Honestly, a whole Joel backstory. Can we get another season of that? I wouldn't be opposed to that. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm a criminal justice major, so I studied a lot about not just criminals, but, about police work. And a lot of police officers, like, it's very, like, taxing job. Like, it's very stressful. You don't get paid enough. You work crazy hours, like, whenever you get called. So it's just a very, very not a good job. And a lot of police officers, unfortunately, do have violent behaviors at home. Kind of just like a stress reliever almost. And it is not okay, obviously, but that's kind of like what... Oh, guys, it was two of them together again. No, it was no.
Vanilla or chocolate? Sweet vanilla, it's easier.
Vanilla.
A cake?
Oh, I need one more thing. Relax. You got a lot of them.
Is it a cake? I love cakes. Like this video if you saw the episode where I ate the cakes. Like it so I know you're a repeating viewer. And Joel is not old here, so it's like 2 months after they arrived to Jackson. So it's obviously a flashback. And I'm just curious if this episode is gonna end with like Ellie back. We were gonna be back with Ellie, or it's just gonna end on flashbacks, So what was he making? I'm sorry guys, sorry I missed it.
Just really wanted
short sleeves again. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
For a second, I thought they were gonna kiss. Guys, I need help. I need help. But let's be honest, there are fanfics there that explore that storyline. Yeah, but still. Oh no! This is where we ended last episode.
Seth.
Hey.
Oh god.
Hey.
Aww. What does it
Happy
say?
15th birthday, Eli.
He doesn't know her name?
Let's hope Seth.
That's really good.
Why is this me, guys? No.
That didn't suck.
Yeah, he's definitely not a singer. Let's just say that. In the game, he sang a little bit better, not gonna lie. But it still hits, you know? Because it's Pedro.
I understand.
I mean, I think we all understand.
Happy birthday, kiddo.
No, don't tell me that. That's the song that she was singing in the theater.
I see the way you look at him. I got a keen eye for these sort of things.
I don't think you do.
None of my business. But, is anyone...
Isn't that cool how, like, when apocalypse just starts, like, things just there for you to, if you want, you can, like, be the first person to get it. And, like, things like that, like museums, nobody really wants anything from them, and they're just there for people to go.
How's it smell in there?
That face!
Space. And
Yeah, this is very, very, like, similar to the game. I feel like they didn't want to change it, because it's one of the, like, favorites from the game.
25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting.
Oh, another birthday? So, she would be 17? This wasn't in the game. Oh my gosh.
Joel, what the fuck?
Exactly, what the fuck? Get out of here.
No, wait. What?
You don't know what you're saying. We'll discuss this later when you're yourself.
I don't like that. That wasn't in the game, and I don't know why they added that. That he was like, you don't know what you're saying, about being with girls. What? Joel in the game, he was always supportive of whatever Ellie wanted to do. And after that, I guess she decided to move to the basement. Or not the basement, the garage. I mean, You can wait until the rain at least stops.
Come on.
So yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of weird that they just like, just because of that, she decided to move. It's almost like they've been having problems, you know? Like we need to see more.
Can I see?
For her to decide to move, you know?
Oh. So what's a moth?
Death. If you believe in that shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of like psychological things probably going on with her, just like, you know, about a hospital now being dead. I'm guessing that they will explore more of that in this episode, but yeah, just pretty much not. Wait, sorry guys, I have to rewind. I couldn't read that. You have a greater purpose.
Eugene and Adam need backup. You're the closest we've got.
Eugene.
I'll be there in 10. Tell them to dig in.
Oh,
Go back to Jackson.
I think
No.
I was
Ellie,
right
it's not
last.
safe. Go back.
I'm not your fucking kid, Joel. I'm your partner. We stick together.
Well, that's not how he thinks about you. But I think I was right last episode. Eugene, they're definitely exploring this right now. Who is that? Hopefully that's not Eugene. That's it. That's Eugene's story there.
You clean?
Oh, damn.
Are there any more?
Joel, let him see his fucking wife. Please.
Oh, I feel like they're gonna do that, and then Joel would have to kill him right in front of her. Because she said the way that you killed him. And maybe she was in front of him, and he turned.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
I promise.
Now I don't know. Like, no, I think that's what's gonna happen. Like,
Go ahead, 10 feet.
he'll have to turn right in front of her. Oh God. Okay. I think we're good for now.
Head right.
Guys, can we just skip this? I don't like it. I'm tense. Oh
I
God.
need you to not turn around.
No. You can't do this to me. I'm dying. I'm terrified. I don't need a view. I need Gail. I see her.
Oh God. Please. What was the point of all this? Like, what was wrong about this? Like, Gail said, just the way you killed him. Like, that was nice. He said, I promise. So he again lied. Like, why? And just all the more reasons for her to, like, doubt him. Like, his word. And what he told her that, yeah, I promise. Like, same thing. He said, I promise. And, like, what was the point of that? I think that's exactly why they
Go ahead and let them know.
put the scene in here.
I had no choice.
What? I don't like this. This wasn't in the game, and I don't like it.
You swore.
You can just swear something and then just break your word. Is this, like, not known? You know? Huh, we're back here. Interesting. Now from his point of view.
See you next year.
See you next year.
That was probably the last time they saw each other as well.
Let's go.
Why are we seeing this again?
Are you okay?
What is wrong with you?
I don't want to see this again.
I don't need.
I mean, we know if she walks by.
But if somehow I had a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Because you're selfish.
Because I love you. In a way you can't understand.
I don't want it anymore.
Maybe you never will.
End it. I don't want to see anything else. Just like I thought, heartbreaking episode. Pretty much all the flashbacks leading up to Joel's death, and obviously the last flashback was a day before his death. In the game, the last flashback was at the end of the game. So whatever you saw, the very last scene was the very end of the game. I am not quite sure what they're trying to do. I feel like it would have made a bigger impact at the very end of season 3. And honestly, I don't know like how the third season's gonna even look like now, because it looks like we won't see Ellie or Joel at all. Like, because they put everything from the game about them here. In the game, Ellie goes to the hospital and finds like a audio recording of Firefly lady saying, you know, that pretty much everybody was killed by Joel, and that's how pretty much she finds out that Joel killed everybody. She doesn't just like, oh, I just knew. She actually goes into that hospital and figures this out and then talks to Joel. So the last scene that we saw here, they put kind of the dialogue from those two scenes together. So in the game, she pretty much says, tell me the truth, and if you do, I will go back to Jackson with you. If you don't tell the truth, you will never see me again. And he pretty much tells her what happened, and obviously she goes back to Jackson with her. But after that point, their relationship is ruined, and that is why she's acting so like she doesn't want to deal with him anymore, kind of deal. But here you can see that she kind of just knew, like she said, and she didn't go to hospital here. And I don't know, the fact that, because in the game, there's been a few years since she found out what he did, and then telling him, oh, like, I don't think I can forgive you for this, but I want to try. It's been, I think, 2 years or maybe a year before she said that. In here, it's right away, so she's like, pretty much finds out what really happened. And right away, she's saying, I don't think I can forgive you for this, but I want to try. So it's very, very rushed. It's, in the game, definitely, it felt it felt like more of a, like, time has passed, she had some time to heal, you know, and here it's almost like she knew the whole time, and she had time to process it over time, and because of that, she's like, because she knew over, like, all this time, she's almost like accepted it already. She, like, when he told her, because when he told her in the game, she was surprised. She was just like, what? Like, you should watch that scene. That's such a powerful scene in the game. Not that that was bad, but like the way the actress played it in the game was just very, very powerful. So for her, it was a shock that he actually lied, and that's what happened. And she was like, well, like, yeah, my life would have mattered, and you took it away from me. And so she said, yeah, and he tried to hug her, and she's like, don't touch me, and she just leaves. And in here, because she had all this time to deal with this and process all of this, and she kind of knew this whole time that he lied, she kind of accepted it, and after he told her the truth, she said, okay, well, I don't think I can forgive you for this, but I will try. And then the next day he dies. And you can see how that's like a big trigger for her. It's unresolved relationship with Joel. She never actually forgave him for this. She decided that she was gonna try, but it never happened. Like, she never actually said anything to him about, like, forgiving him, you know? But I think for him, that was all he needed to hear in that moment when she said, I will try. That's really all he wanted from this. Like, that's the best thing that he could get at that point, because obviously, like I said, he, in the game, that whole Eugene storyline didn't happen. I don't like it. They're definitely trying to make Joel here a little bit more nuanced, kind of just protecting to a point where it's like hurting other people. Like, he's trying to protect the people he loves, but also, like, doesn't want anybody getting close to them. Like, oh, he's infected, like, he cannot go back to Jackson, we cannot take him back, he has to die here. Like, he doesn't, kind of very selfish, but also very protective of his family, if that makes sense. And that's why I think they showed the beginning scene with Tommy saying, hey, you're not gonna hurt him, and his dad saying, oh, like, hopefully you'll do better. And he did do better. Like, he didn't hit his kids, but he's still lying, you know? So that is kind of, I think, very similar to my dad. He also didn't hit me, but he did lie quite a few times, and lying for me is a no-no. And you can see, obviously, Ellie, that whole thing with Eugene just confirmed for her that he literally just said, I promise. And I was like, oh, we good, he promised. But I completely forgot that he promised her as well, and he lied. And so that's what happened, and that's why they put that scene in there, I think, just to show us that Joel does have this, like, lying, like, ability, that he can just promise something and then just not keep his word, which just shows that, you know, he's not this great, amazing guy. He's a great character, which great characters, my favorite characters of all time. Ellie is also a great character, not great, gray, okay, gray, black and white. So definitely, I don't know, I think I like it, but I also like the way the game played out. Like I said, I would have to see the whole third season to kind of see where they're going, because, like I said, the last scene that we saw here was at the very end of the game, and I just don't know how they can make it, because at the end, like, that scene at the end of the game, it made sense, you know, it made sense that that's gonna be the last scene that we see. Oh, well, almost the last scene, like one of the last flashbacks of Joel and Ellie. But here it's just too fast and, like, almost too soon. So we'll see. We'll have to see third season, guys. I'm just honestly curious how they're gonna do third season, to be honest with you, because they put the whole story of Joel and Ellie in this season, and so is it just gonna be Abby for the whole season, we won't see Ellie, we won't see Joel, if they're just gonna stick with the game and not add anything else. But I think Pedro Pascal is done. Like, he's not gonna return, or at least that's what I think. Like, that's what I've heard, that he's not gonna return for season 3. So they've done everything with him this season, right? I know that Ellie will return for season 3 because, you know, we have to end the story. Because, like I said, with Abby, we're going back in time, but we still have to end. It's not the end here. It will make sense at the end of 3rd season, but yeah, it's just very interesting. I think a lot of people will be upset, and they were upset when the game came out. Let's just be honest here. If you were upset with the game, you're gonna be upset with the show. Like, there's like that's just how it works. If you liked the second game and you're upset with the show, I also understand. I wouldn't say I'm upset with the show at the moment. I think Bella, Pedro, they're doing an amazing job. But I feel like I constantly compare the game to the TV show, and like I said, it's almost like unnecessary to have the TV show because the game was just so good. You know, I understand if they decided to make a TV show based on the game that maybe didn't have good graphics, or like the characters were not like, they didn't use that, you know, face capture of actors to capture everything, because The Last of Us did use that technology, so that's why the performances are so great, because they're so real. There were actual people playing these characters. They were not just voicing them, they were playing the whole thing. Okay, but I understand if they took a game maybe that didn't have that and didn't have such a great such great graphics already and made it into TV show. I understand that, but because the game was just so good, it was one of the best games. It was just like you will be comparing it, unfortunately, because it's a visual. It's not just a book, you know. It's a visual game. Like the character, people will be comparing. That's just how it is, and I don't know if it's healthy for these actors to be constantly compared to the game version. Even like I still think the game is better, like it is. So yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts. Like I said, I really love that little flashback in the beginning that we got of Joel and Tommy. Like I said, I would love just like a separate season about their story, kind of maybe like starting when the apocalypse starts, and then just kind of what they did like after his daughter passed away. Just seeing like that whole adventure thing, and just kind of seeing how Joel became the way he is, even though he might have been that man his whole life already, you know. But I love that one, and definitely love the cake part. In the game there was no cake. The museum was very similar to the game. They were both great. But yeah, I think putting those two kind of flashbacks in one here, that last scene where we thought Ellie walked away but she actually didn't, and that's why I was so confused when she walked away, because I was like, that's not what like actually happened. So I was like, well, what are they doing with that? But she kind of just like went back. She changed her mind. She was like, I need to talk to him. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, the last scene, because it was just so, it felt too rushed, and I just don't know if they should have put that last scene here. And I don't know what they're gonna put at the end of season 3, because that's where that flashback, like that's where it came from. But yeah, those are all of my thoughts for this episode. My brain is kind of like all over the place because it was very sad again. But thank you so much guys for watching. If you want to see uncut, unedited versions of my videos, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yo, if you want to see uncut, unedited versions of my videos, go to my Patreon. The link's somewhere in the description. Also check out my other channel where I play games. And also check out the video that's on the screen right now. Bye bye.